Have you ever noticed how public life feels less like leadership now and more like emotional management? You hear the promise, but nobody registers the delay. You hear reassurance, but your household still carries the consequence. You are told the pressure is temporary, targeted, necessary, inherited, global, complex. Yet somehow it keeps arriving at your table, your bill, your workday, your children, your future. And that's where the mind begins to adapt. Not because you believe everything, because resisting every contradiction becomes exhausting. You begin lowering expectations before disappointment arrives. You stop waiting for clarity. You learn the language of survival. You call deterioration normal. You call anxiety being realistic. You call distrust maturity. You call emotional fatigue just life now. And this is how political pressure becomes psychological formation. The crisis is no longer only what leaders do. It's what repeated leadership failure teaches the public to become. A nation can be trained to function while losing conviction. It can keep paying, working, voting, scrolling, complying, and discussing, while internally detaching from the belief that anything will truly be answered. And that's not civic strength. That is managed depletion. And when truth is delayed long enough, people do not simply become angry. They become divided inside themselves. Part of them still hopes. Part of them has stopped expecting relief. Part of them wants accountability. Part of them no longer has the energy to demand. And under that split, something spiritual begins to surface. Because human beings were not able to live permanently under renamed harm. They were not made to call conclusion and confusion wisdom, decline progress, dependency compassion, or exhaustion resilience. When leadership keeps preserving perception instead of carrying responsibility, the public begins absorbing the moral leakage. The lie does not stay in Parliament. It enters the household. It enters the language. It enters the nervous system. It enters the conscience. And once conscience is trained to accept what should have been confronted, collapse no longer needs force. It only needs reputation and repetition. So the danger is not only that you are being pressured. The danger is that you are being taught to rename the pressure until you stop recognizing the damage.